So I wrote a small program that implements scrolling text, and I wrote it in Go because I wanted to learn a bit about Go. So, without further ado, let's do a demo. So basically, the only argument I pass into the program is how many characters per second the text scrolls by with. So for each second that passes, how many characters are going to get displayed on the screen. So I have some text that the program is going to spit out, and it should do it in a scrolling fashion. Let's try 5 characters per second and see what that looks and feels like. Alright. So as you can see, the characters are getting printed out pretty slowly. So we will interrupt the program and exit and try a different rate. Let's do 30. So as you can see, because I increased the rate of output to the screen, the text is scrolling faster. Okay, let's try 100. This is going to be really fast. Yeah, okay. That actually doesn't look too bad. So really, it's just fucking around. I think where this might be useful is if I were to write a text adventure, I could scroll some outputs to the player. So yeah, that's that. So let's take a look at the program itself, which is where all the magic happens. As you can see, I'm using some packages here that Go provides, so I can facilitate timing and parsing command line arguments and things of that nature. Here's the text that's going to be output to the screen. It's just assigned to some constant. Here's the main function where the program begins its execution. Basically, this is confusing, and if I were to publish this code, I would atomize it and make it more readable. But the basic gist of the situation is we slice out the program command line arguments. We grab the first thing after the first argument after the program name. We stuff that into a 64-bit unsigned integer, and we parse that out from the string that's coming in from the command line, which is that number we provided for the characters per second. Then what we do is we take the 64-bit unsigned integer and convert it into an unsigned integer, assign it to a variable, pass that to the render function, and the render function is where the logic starts to play out in a bigger fashion. First thing I do is I calculate basically the computer. My whole strategy for this, basically the computer always runs, when you execute a program, it's going to run as fast as it runs, right? So there's no way to really limit how fast the computer's executing your instructions, unless you use this handy sleep function. So okay, let's walk through. So what do I do here? Basically, I figure out how many seconds I need to pause the computer's execution or sleep the program for before I print the next character. So I print a character, then I pause the program for a pause duration, then I print another character. That's the whole idea, and this code implements that idea. So we figure out the sleep duration. we assign text to S. Don't think I need to do that. Let me change something. I'm gonna just notice something. It's not a bug, it's just a fix, I guess. Yeah, okay. Still works. Yeah, basically I was, I created a new variable and assigned it to a argument and then use the variable, but I could just use the argument. Anyways, long story short, here's a for loop in Go. Basically, I loop through every character in the text that I want to output in a scrolling fashion. I extract a single character, then I print it, and then I tell the program to sleep for the sleep duration. So this forces the program to basically pause execution on this line. Also, I don't need this either. Let's make this a little prettier. Compiles, runs as it did. I'll watch it go all the way to the end just to make sure there's no goofiness. Spitting out characters at 100 characters per second is so much fun. Okay, so anyways, don't need this either. So yeah, that's my little program. Nothing exciting. And I have a lot more to learn about Go. But it's something.